I have always written from the time, that's one of my earliest memories. And for me, writing is like a drug in that it's so therapeutic. I think that if I had not discovered writing, I would probably be a drug addict. So writing in so many ways saved me.
Your father is a
didn't save
very
me at all.
important part of the book. How do you describe your father to people who haven't met him?
My father is an off-kilter professional taxidermist. He is extraordinarily gregarious and fun and whimsical and completely insane. He's this enormous bohemian Czech guy, and he walks in the house and he's got a big smile and an enormous beard, and he kind of looks like Grizzly Adams, and he walks in the house and he's like so excited to see you and give you a big hug, and then suddenly you realize that he's covered in blood. And it's like the most, he has no clue how he comes off, and he's like, hey, you want some eyeballs? And he just like, that's my father. He's so generous with eyeballs. I don't know.
Over the years, he brought you a variety of family pets, one of which is Jenkins the turkey and the OCD
Yes.
raccoon. How does one
Yes.
discover that a raccoon is OCD?
You know, if you spend any amount of time with a raccoon, you will realize that they're OCD. They are really focused on cleaning everything. They constantly would turn on the sink and would put everything in the sink and wash it. And you would think that that would make them smell better, but instead they smell like musky and sour and kind of like one-night stands is the best way that I can describe it. But they would basically get into the sink and like constantly clean things, which was fine because, you know, they would, you know, they'd put like my earrings in the sink and clean them, and I was like, whatever, that's fine, you're cleaning things. But what happened was I came home one day, and Rambo, one of the raccoons, he had this, it used to be a giant size bar of soap, and he had washed it all day long, and it just like little blisters on his hands, and it was down to a little sliver because it just kept foaming and foaming. He was like, when is this gonna stop? And it was just the saddest but most hilarious thing I've ever seen. It was, poor Rambo.
You have an amazing talent for finding yourself in very funny situations. And my favorite chapter in the book is the psychopath on the other side of the door. Without giving too much away, and I know this is one of your favorite chapters to read when you're doing the book readings, how can you describe this chapter to somebody?
You know, I think a lot of people can relate to it because, first of all, a lot of us have done really incredibly stupid things to lose weight, and so my incredibly stupid thing was instead of using a colon cleanse, which was something that like all my friends were using, I decided to just take a whole bunch of X-Lax, and things did not go accordingly, or maybe they did go accordingly, because you're not supposed to take a bunch of X-Lax. And as I was extraordinarily violently ill in the bathroom, a psychopath started passing me notes under the bathroom door of my home, and no one was at home, just me. So yeah, those sort of things. And it's interesting too, because you know, you read the story and you're like, wow, that is insane. But then so many people are like, oh, yeah, that's totally happened to me. I mean, maybe not that exact sort of thing, but they can completely relate to it, because all of the stories, no matter how mortifying, they all have this little glimmer of like, I could see myself there. I could. If I made the same bad decisions you did, I could be in your shoes.